What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back for a new video, for a early daily news video. I'm back. I missed a couple of days. I missed the Milan game, which the game didn't really matter, but what happened post game did matter. I'm not gonna really talk about that now. I will talk about that in a live. So go rewatch the live because I'm also going to talk about what happened in the last 24 hours with the deal that has been agreed with the prosecutors, all those things. I will touch on that a little bit in this video because it's relevant to the main topic of the video, and the main topic is Vlahovic. That is the main topic, and it's directly connected to what happened in the last 24 hours, with the deal that has been agreed. So that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, hit the bell notification, and let's go. Okay, so the big news is obviously that a deal has been agreed. So basically, the 10 points they stand. For the Plusvalenza one, for the wage investigations, they agreed that there will be no points deduction and the club will pay a little bit more than 700,000 euros as a fine, and that they will not appeal anything anymore between those two, and that's it. It stops now for this season. Next season you start, quote unquote, with a fresh slate. Now Agnelli says no, he's not part of the club anymore, but he didn't agree with the deal, so he will appeal the decision in a couple of weeks' time, the 15th of June. So that also explains why he left the club, because he was never going to agree with it, and he will fight on, basically. Now, really quickly, because I will discuss it on the live, or we watch that. I think I predicted it on the channel. I think 2 weeks ago I said it will get spin that way, that people will say, oh my god, what a win, and people will celebrate it, and people will dig out old tweets where people were laughing about Serie B and min 1,000 points, minus 1,000 points, and all these things, whilst we still lost. This is not a win. You can say it's better than nothing, but it's bad. It's just bad. It's still bad. When the news came out why we got deducted 10 points, it still makes absolutely no sense. If you look into it, you got punished for a rule that doesn't exist. There's no, if you read through the documents, there's nothing that says you did this and this wrong based on those rules. There's nothing in there. We got deducted points like it was an F1 quali decider, whatever. For Paratici, 4 points. For Cherubini, 1 point. For Arrivabene, who wasn't even part of the investigations, 2 points. It's all random. It's still a loss. Now, that they found an agreement on the wage thing for such a little fee, let's be completely honest, kind of suggests to me that it wasn't a big deal anyway. It wasn't. And they might have made a big deal out of it, like they're doing now. But I think the frustrating part for me is that the club couldn't beat this when everything feels like loose sand. And so many people are saying it's loose sand. It's nothing. And we need to find an agreement to basically say, you know what, get it over it, get it done. I don't see that as a win, because what's the win? When you are losing over 100 million euros. That's what you're losing based on an absolute joke. That's what it is. Because nobody understands it unless you don't look into it really, and you just, follow certain people and they will spew whatever they want. We lost. Like, it's still not a win. You're losing 100 million euros, and that's why this video, because you need to recoup that money. That means you're going to sell players. You're going to sell players, and that also doesn't mean you're going to sell for 100 million euros and you're going to reinvest the entire 100 million euros in the squad. It doesn't work like that. Not in our situation. It doesn't work like that. It's not like you sold Bremer the Lake season and you bought in Bremen almost for the same amount of money. That's not this situation because you had Champions League football. That Champions League football is to cover costs, wages, all those things. That's how we usually operate. Now, you need to get that money to cover wages and all those things by selling a player. And yes, you're going to bring in replacements, but they're not going to be high quality. They're probably going to be loans or whatever, all those type of things, because money is gone. Like, I understand why people are happy. Like, it's gone, yeah, it's gone, but we still lost. The club lost. They couldn't beat something that felt so fraudulent, and now we are in a big mess. Because it's a mess. Because we're gonna sell Vlahovic. Maybe he wants to leave himself. Probably, you guess. But we're gonna sell a player because the money needs to come from somewhere. And for me, that's a big loss. There's no win in this. Like, we lost big time. We're gonna play Conference League unless the UEFA steps in, and I please hope they step in, because the squad will be very thin next season. It will be with less quality. I think playing Thursday games against whatever type of teams, with all due respect, is not what we need next season. It's actually not what we need. It's not. That's what I believe, because the squad is going to be thin. They're going to be less. There is going to be, less quality. I don't think we need the Conference League. I think just take us out of it, and UEFA can still come in with a punishment, and you better hope they say no Europe for next season, and not it will kick in the following season. Because if you qualify for the following season, you're screwed again. Because you still need to keep that in mind. They can say we'll let you in now because we don't have time to finish the investigations, but the following season we might ban you. That's double trouble, because the Conference League, you're not going to make any money off that. It's peanuts. It's nothing. And they might ban you for the following season. So you kind of need to hope, if they're going to do it, it needs to happen to this season. But the Vlahovic thing is relevant because he's going to be the guy we're going to probably sell. I think it's becoming very obvious now, with the teams being in for him, for money, to obviously get a few players here and there, because you need to replace Vlahovic. Di Maria is gone. Hopefully Cuadrado is gone. Like, Rabiot will leave. Like, you're gonna need to replace players with very, very little money. So I don't see this as a win. I said it a couple of weeks ago. Many will push it as, see what the club has done from this to this. I said it, I think 2 weeks ago, I did a video, and people will laugh at quote tweets or journalists talking about doomsday scenarios. It's not a win. It's still not a win. We lost big time. When you see it, because we laughed about all these investigations, and we saw this is just unbelievable. We see what they're doing. They just deducted enough points to keep you out of the Champions League. It's a joke, and we couldn't beat that joke. So I'm not gonna sit here and be like, it's a win. It's away. It's gone away. It's away, yes, but like, the club has been left in a mess by Agnelli and all those guys, and it got even worse now because there's gonna be very little money, and it's a very uncertain future. You don't know who the coach is gonna be. You don't know who the sporting director is gonna be, because nothing is set in stone as of now. You don't know who's gonna stay, because when you hear even Bonucci talk post game after Milan game, he was kind of suggesting, in my opinion, that a few players could leave, not just Vlahovic. So who knows what that means? And the players you and me probably want gone are not leaving anytime soon. And I'm talking about Bonucci, Rugani, Alexandro, Cuadrado, name those guys. They're probably not going to leave. So I cannot sit here and it's a win, because a win would be we're in the Champions League and we keep the players. We are not in the Champions League. We lost. We will lose over 100 million euros. And you're going to need to sell your better players, or one or two of them, or you cannot retain some of them, because you need to make up for the loss. So I don't see the win in it. I think people are just relieved that it's over with. But again, I don't think it's a good situation, because again, it's going to be a very, very long summer with deals that want to make you probably not cry, but like they're not going to hype you up for the following season. That's all I said. But again, very early days. Let's see who the coach will be. But the early signs are they're not good. The early signs are not screaming, we're back, or we're going to be back anytime soon. But again, let's see how that will develop. Go watch the live, because I will talk more about that. And also I'll talk more about Allegri's post-game against Milan, because that was very significant in my opinion. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. I will be back probably tonight with a live. No, it's Wednesday. Oh yeah, probably yes. So thanks for watching, and see you guys tonight. Ciao.